Hey, what's up, everybody? And thank you for watching another episode of Messy Desk. My name is Scooter Roth, and today it's actually Messy Studio. This is the other side of my office. Anyway, so today, real quick, I just wanted to talk about a topic that I don't really see discussed too much in the photography community. And so, as I'm sitting there trying to find topics to discuss that aren't being discussed anywhere else, I figured this would be a good one. So, if you are like any household in America, there's probably something in your house or in your kitchen called a junk drawer. Usually it's in the kitchen. Sometimes it might be in the living room or somewhere, but for us, it's in the kitchen. Anyway, inside this junk drawer are just like random things that you've needed for certain situations and you don't really use all the time, but you always want to have it somewhat nearby. And usually those go in a junk drawer. So things like, you might find some 9-volt batteries in there, maybe a pair of scissors, sometimes some tape, different types of kitchen tools, all things like that, a fire starter, all that kind of stuff you might find yourself in a junk drawer. As a photographer, I have something called a junk drawer too. Over the years, there's been like little doodads or things that I've needed that I want to always have with me just in case. Or there's things that I use often, but there's just no really place to put them. So, before we get into the junk drawer part, obviously, important equipment you always want to protect. So, obviously have a camera bag that keeps all your lenses and your cameras in good shape. Also, you can get a small little Pelican case like that. So, this is a Pelican case that I use. You can see here, Pelican. Where's the logo to get in front of the camera? There it is. It's a Pelican 1170 case. So inside this little Pelican case is where I keep all my nice batteries. So you can see here. So inside, this case is all my camera batteries. I need some AA batteries. There's a couple Sony bigger batteries, things like this that are really good for lighting. And then also inside here is also a external audio recorder that you can connect to a DJ setup. If you're doing video, you want to make sure they get audio. So you can do something like this, and then I packed away. I also have a bigger a Zoom 4, I think it's called. But anyway, that's a small little backup one. That's always good to carry with you. So keep that stuff protected because those are batteries. You don't want them, moving around and getting damaged or, spilling. I don't know. Is that a thing? Batteries can at some point start getting, exploded and thicker. So you want to keep that stuff nice and protected. But as far as how you charge the batteries, all your little battery chargers, those are the things that I'm talking about that I throw into what I call a photography junk drawer. So you could see inside, this is a big Husky case that I carry with me that I picked up at Home Depot. It's got space here for, different types of, I always forget the name of these things. It's for lighting. It pops up. Reflector. It's got a reflector on one side, a diffuser on the other side. Gold to bounce back the sun or block the sun. So there's a pop-up one on that. So that's something that I throw in this camera bag. There's a little lighting thing in there. There's a little spot up top for a couple flashes. But underneath that is this white bin that I use as my photography junk drawer, if you will. So let's pull that out. You will see that inside this thing there are a couple different, there's 2 shelves here. So let's show you real quick inside here. So I have a whole bunch of different types of lens wipes that you can see here, just real quick backup stuff like that. Memory card, with an adapter that allows you to plug it into your phone. Tripod clips always helpful to have extra ones of these. There's a few more underneath. There's a little filter, extra memory cards. I don't really use these types of memory cards anymore because most of my cameras use the smaller ones, but it's good for backup. I'm going to talk about what's in this little guy once. And then of course under here is some of my other little things. So obviously battery charger. So it's good to have a little bit of a lap bag that you can you throw it around your waist and just keep some memory cards in there. So it's always good to have a little bit of an extra bag like that. But anyway, this is why it's called the junk drawer. It just looks a mess here. AA battery chargers, things that you put your flashes on. So whenever you want to do like rim lighting, you put a flash back there. Battery covers. If you ever use battery grips, you always have to take these things off of your camera, so you want to make sure you don't lose these. So I keep those around. Things like this. Anything that deals with attachments, tripod. There's a 9-volt battery. So that's basically why you never know when you might need a selfie stick, or some kid might need it. Let's see what else is here. This is a backup lens hood. It's kind of big. It fits my wide angle lens. All right, so real quick, so inside of that, inside my little junk drawer, if you will, I also keep this little cool light that I picked up. It's by Amaran, Aputure. See if you can read that. Perfect. So the cool thing is that it's got a little magnet plate on it, which you just lift off. It's got different filters that you can put in. And a little bit of a diffuser. So this one's the cold blue one. So you just take the magnet off, throw that little guy on there, put the magnet back on. And look at the kind of power that you get out of this little guy. Just switch it on. So you can see there. So that it may not look bright there on the camera, but there you go. So, but this is good for if you ever want to do urbexing, where you go out to abandoned buildings. It's always good to have a little bit of an extra flashlight. If you ever have to do a little bit of extra filming on your phone, just real quick, just to get some like in between footage, you can always sit back and use your phone to do the filming, but then use an external light like this. So it's nice, it's good, no bigger than your hands. So it's always good to have a little bit of a light like this. So that's something that I keep in my junk drawer as well. So once again, that's Amaran, Al-M9 lighting up. All right, so this is somewhat of trying to be a quicker video. I know I can ramble on a little bit, but that's what's in my photography junk drawer, if you will. And I'm sure every photographer has them, so I know every household has them. Anyway, thank you for watching. We hope you liked this episode. Make sure to click subscribe and keep an eye on what I talk about here. Take you behind the scenes of all different types of little everyday photography topics.